Hey everyone, Jane here from Attrell Toyota here in Brampton, and I am so excited to introduce you to the all-new, brand new 2021 Toyota Venza. Now this beautiful vehicle does come in hybrid only, and it is available in 3 different trim levels: the LE, the XLE, which is the one you're looking at the moment, as well as the Limited. Also, this is our new color that we've introduced this year, which is called the Celestial Black. It does have a bit of metallic in the actual base color itself, as well as the gloss, so it gives a beautiful shine as soon as it does hit the sun. Now, of course, what I'm going to do for you is give you a quick little walk around the exterior, try and point out as many features as I possibly can, and then I'm going to bring you inside. Now, keep in mind throughout this video that this is my first day with the vehicle as well, so if I do miss a piece of information, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Or, of course, you can come on down to 110 Can-Am Crescent here in the Brampton Auto Mall and speak to one of our salespeople, as they would be more than willing to give you a thorough walk around of this beautiful 2021 Toyota Venza. So starting at the front here, as you can see, this whole vehicle has been completely redesigned. It has this beautiful, elegant grille. Now it does have a bunch of chrome accenting, as well as, of course, that blue wrapping around that Toyota emblem at the front to symbolize it being a hybrid vehicle. Our headlights are projector style LED headlights, and as you can see, you have those 2 LED like L-shaped lights as well. Those are your clearance lamps, as well as your as well as your daytime running lights, and they're also your signals. So once you turn on your signal, it's going to change to an amber color and of course flash in the direction of which you are trying to turn. Moving along the sides here, on the XLE trim as well as the Limited trim, we do get these beautiful 19-inch alloy wheels. On the LE trim, we do get 18 inches. We have your chrome hybrid emblem right there for you, and a dead giveaway that this is built on the TNGA platform is the location of the side view mirror. So as you can see, it's located just down here on the door, which just adds a little bit more visibility for that driver. Beautiful sleek body lines along the whole thing, so it's nice and soft in the front in design, and then it sharpens up back here in the rear, and I find that it really does kind of model after the Lexus NX. Just absolutely stunning body lines. Now on the rear here, you have LED taillights as well, and we do have this new 900mm LED high mounted rear brake light, so that adds a little bit of safety for you as well as beautiful design. Again, you have your LED and hybrid badges at the back. Of course, you have a little bit of chrome just underneath there. Wrapping along the sides here, of course, your taillights do wrap along. You have your chrome outlining all of your windows. And on your mirrors, they do have your integrated signals, as well as a bit of chrome accenting there as well. So there you have it, guys, the exterior of the brand new 2021 Venza XLE. So just before I bring you inside of this beautiful mid-size compact SUV, I just wanted to show you what your key fob is going to look like. Now, I did mention that it does have a smart key system. So as you can see, there's no physical key on here. There is one inside just for emergency purposes. But as long as you have this key fob in your purse, pocket, or anywhere on your person, your car will automatically unlock simply by touching the door handle. So I'm just going to quickly show you how it works. I'm going to click lock there. You can also see that our mirrors do fold in for you automatically. Now I'm going to toss this in my pocket, and once I touch the inside of this door handle, those go back out and the car is unlocked. So simple as that. It also works on all 4 doors in the 2021 Venza. So on the driver's side door here, you have your satin chrome door handle. You can also see that we have a driver's seat memory system. And again, this is the XLE. So this is the mid-level grade, and that's also available on the Limited grade as well. You have one-touch automatic windows for all 4. Of course, you have your locks here, as well as your power adjustable side view mirrors. And if you wanted to fold in those mirrors automatically, you can just make sure that that's in the center. Or of course, if you wanted to leave them out, just make sure that is clicked up to the top. Just underneath that, you have a spot for bottle storage in your driver door. Also, one cool thing that they've added, just simple design things that really caught my eye, is this strip here. You're going to see this throughout, that they have metal stops at the end, which I find just adds a little bit of elegance to the entire design of the vehicle. So here's your first look at the interior of the cabin. We do have an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat, and again, it does work with our memory system as well. And we do have, standard on all grades, a power adjustable steering column. So that does work with your memory system in the XLE as well as the limited grades. But let's go completely inside this vehicle and start it up for you so I can show you all the features. So because of the smart key system, all you want to do is put your foot on the brake and push this power button right there. It is in a little different of a location, so don't be clicking your odometer and trip like I did the first time I got in this car. It's just down here in your center column. But let's move back over to the left side of the steering wheel here, show some of these features. So this one here is just going to dim the lights on your dash. This is your automatic high beams. That is part of our Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, which does come standard across all trim models. You have your traction control, your windshield wiper de-icer. Of course, we have a heated steering wheel, and we have your power lift gate. This is to adjust your steering column, as I've already mentioned. So it can go down and up, and you can have your telescopic as well. On the steering wheel itself, it is soft-tex leather wrapped, so it's nice and comfortable in your hands, and it has tons of controls. Of course, you have all of your arrows here, which are for your multi-information display, which is 7 inches in the XLE as well as the limited trims. So you can simply scroll through all of these pages here. It's jam-packed with information. As you can see, you have your radio, you can see your energy monitor, you have all of your Toyota Safety Sense settings here. So I'm going to leave it on this screen for just one moment and go through some of these. So as I mentioned, you have your automatic high beams. This one here is your lane departure alert. You also have your pre-collision system, which works for pedestrians in daylight as well as low light, and it does detect bicycles in daylight as well. Not only that, but you have your dynamic radar cruise control, which you can find just here on your steering wheel. So that works alongside with your regular cruise control and allows you to set your car from a certain distance to the vehicle in front of you. So it will actually match their speed. So that's awesome, especially if you're sitting in heavy traffic, saying going up to the cottage or something along those lines. Now with Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, our lane trace assist also does, your lane departure alert does have a lane trace assist as well. So it's going to have not only the road edge detection, but it can find the lines on the road and it will center your steering column for you as well, as long as you are in your dynamic radar cruise control setting. All right, so moving along, we also do have some audio controls just along the bottom here for you, as well as your voice controls here. Moving into the center, I'm sure you kind of saw this already, but we have this giant 12.3-inch tablet-style display. So this is almost the same as what you're going to see in the Platinum Highlander. So awesome feature to put in. As you can see, it does have integrated navigation in the XLE trim model as well as the LE. And if I flip it into reverse for you here, you can see that you have your dynamic backup camera as well. But of course, that's not all for this lovely screen. So some of your controls are going to be just down here for it. So I'm going to go ahead and click that home button. That's going to bring back up our audio here. It's your choice whether you would like to click audio, or you can click your touchscreen display as well. That's going to open that up, and you have tons of options in there as well. So if you click source, you can see that we have AM, FM, as well as satellite radio. We have a USB input, auxiliary input, and Bluetooth. And of course, guys, we have your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard across all trim models. You have all your climate settings that are just in here as well, including your heated and ventilated seats. However, there's another place that you can control this from as well, which I'll show you in just a minute. But awesome features. We also have Toyota connected services as in premium audio with remote. So you can have your app on your phone, and you can start your remote from your phone or from your key fob. And you can also check your kilometers, your last park place. There's tons of information in our Toyota connected services. So this is the premium one with remote if you want to give that a quick little Google search. Just underneath that, as I've already pointed out, you have all of your controls for your beautiful touchscreen display, but you also have your temperature controls just down here as well as your volume, as well as your tune for your radio. So they are touch, they're not knobs this year. It's a little different, but it's nice. It's definitely elegant design. Just underneath where I showed you your power push button start, you can see just behind that is where you can find your auxiliary input as well as your USB input. And there's that little power button back there as well. So if you're wondering what that's for, this is actually your Qi wireless charging. So awesome feature that is built into the XLE as well as the limited models. You have your electronic parking brake as well as your parking brake hold. What that function does is just allows you to take your foot off the brake when you're sitting at, like, say, a really long red light, so you don't have to keep it depressed the whole time. However, the second you touch your gas pedal again, it's going to go back into drive mode for you. Speaking of drive modes, you have your different drive modes here, which you can see on your multi-information display. So you have sport, you have normal, and you have eco. Definitely give all three of those a go to see how they feel differently on the road. Of course, this being a hybrid, you have your EV mode as well. It is a CVT transmission. However, it does have simulated shift points. So if you want to flip it over to the S position, we don't have paddle shifters, but you can use your bump shifter here if you would like to simulate your own shift points. You have your two cup holders just back here. And as I mentioned, you can do heated and ventilated seats from elsewhere besides your touchscreen display, which is just down here. So I have the ventilated seat on just low right now, but your heat seats are going to kind of turn like an orange color, have 3 settings, and then your cooled seats are kind of like a green color. So there you are. And they work really well. They keep you nice and cool, even on really hot days. So because we have our ventilated seats, I'm assuming you probably already assume this yourself, but we do have ventilated seats in this vehicle. So these are actually a Softex leather, so they're synthetic leather, but I find that they're actually a little bit more comfortable. That's my personal opinion. They do have beautiful stitching and patterning going all the way down them. So not only are they comfortable, but they're also quite eye-catching. As I mentioned, getting into the vehicle, our driver's seat is an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat. But one thing that I forgot to mention is that we do have a 4-way power lumbar support in the driver's seat too. So that's kind of a new feature as well. Our passenger seat in this trim model is a 4-way power passenger seat. Moving along to the top here, even this is changed and is sleek in design. So these are your interior lights, which you can control right there. They are LEDs. You also have your SOS Safety Connect. So that's an awesome feature. Not only is it for safety, but if you want to set up all of your Toyota connected services, that is how you do so. I'm sure your salesperson will walk you through that if this is the vehicle that you are coming to purchase. Lastly, I'd like to point out our auto dimming rear view mirror here, and just underneath it is where you can find your garage door openers. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen our digital display rear view mirror. It does come available in the Venza, but it's only in the limited trim model. So there you have it, guys, the front seat of the beautiful brand new 2021 Toyota Venza. All right, so bringing you into the rear seat of this Venza, I just want to point out the amount of space that you have. So this kind of fits in between the RAV4 and the Highlander. And as you can see, you're given tons of space. So let's go completely inside. We do have your contoured front seat back. So there's a bit of a curve to the seat, which just allows for a little more legroom from the back passengers to the seats in front of them. You have seat back pockets in both your driver as well as your passenger side seat. Of course, you have the ability of opening and closing your own windows. And just down here, you have 2 charging USB outlets. So if you have people in the back that want to charge your phones, no point in running cords all the way to the front of the vehicle. You can do it very simply back here. Also, this center seat does flip down, which gives you access to 2 cup holders as well as an armrest. And it is a 2-tier reclining seat, just like the RAV4. So if you pull this up, you can kind of shift it back a little bit for a little added comfortability. Also, when I was doing the front part of this video, there is one major thing that I forgot to point out. So I'm going to kind of go over it a little bit now, and that is our all-wheel drive system. So this vehicle has an electronic on-demand all-wheel drive. So there's actually a separate motor in the rear of the vehicle that pushes that power to the rear when needed, and it can actually push up to 80% of the vehicle's power to the rear wheels. So that's how the all-wheel drive system works in this beautiful 2021 Venza. Okay, so let's talk a little about cargo space. As I mentioned, the Venza kind of sits in between the RAV4 and the Highlander. So I'm sure you're gonna want tons of cargo space for going on fun adventures, or like I mentioned, up to the cottage or something along those lines. Now we do have your power hands-free back door. There we go. Sorry, again, this is my first day with the car. Sorry guys, I gotta get used to it a little bit. But you can wave your foot underneath, that opens it. You can also push a button just under the Toyota emblem if you'd like to open it that way, or the third way that you could do it. Actually, there's 4. The third way is on your key fob, and the 4th way is just inside on the left of the steering wheel. So back here, as you can see, we are given tons of space, 1,027 liters to be exact. Now, one of our competitors is the Nissan Murano, so to give you a little comparison, they have 880 liters, whereas we have the 1,027. So tons of space back here. Also, you do have a little light back here. And I know you saw that little orange symbol right there, and that is our JBL sound system. So throughout this whole vehicle, you have a 9-speaker, 1,200 watt JBL sound system, which works incredibly as well. It is a height adjustable lift gate, so if you are a shorter person and you don't want to have to try and jump to close your lift gate every time, you can adjust it to the height that you would like, and it will only open to that. And then to close it, you just click that button right there, and it automatically closes for you as well. Last but certainly not least, guys, what is under the hood? So what you're looking at is our 2.5 liter Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder engine, and of course it does have hybrid synergy drive. So this is the exact same powertrain that you're gonna see in the RAV4. It provides 219 horsepower, and of course with that little extra power from that hybrid motor, the torque is pretty incredible and it does respond very quickly. Now, here's the kicker. For all of these trims, we are looking at 6.1 liters combined on highway and city driving for 100 kilometers. So awesome fuel efficiency in this beautiful hybrid all-wheel drive 2021 Venza. Again, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below, or come on down to 110 Can-Am Crescent here in the Brampton Auto Mall. Also, don't forget to press like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all under Attrell Toyota. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great one.